You know, the more I find out about this Gonzalo Lira guy, Coach Red Pill, the less I like him. And the more I think we're being had. This whole thing is a fucking, if it's not a hoax, it damn sure smells like it. Hat tip to Aunt Bibi. She's found some stuff here that's pretty interesting. And we're going to talk a little bit about his history, his background, his message, his attitudes towards a lot of people, how he defrauded Stephen King and ran a website for 6 months under his name, supposedly a website that was providing people with economic insight from a real economist, Stephen King, not a fake one like Gonzalo Lira, but a real one. And King had pulled out of it and said, I'm not doing this anymore. You're ripping me off on the fucking money. So, and he wasn't contributing anything. Lira wasn't contributing anything to the site except for managing the fucking thing. And he was cooking the books and stealing money from people who were coming there to see King. Well, King eventually said, I'm not doing it anymore. I'm done with this. And he wouldn't shut it down. He wouldn't take his name off of it. And he left it up. Lira left it up for 6 months with no input from King, getting $40 a month from subscribers and taxing their fucking credit card numbers for as long as he possibly could. He's a scumbag. They don't call him Coach Red Pill online on YouTube. They call him Cockroach Pill. And with good reason. He really is. He has such a background of saying certain things and doing certain things. At one point in time, he said honesty is just a tactic. Because he was in dealings with somebody online and he sounded like he was being very honest, and he was like, well, it sounds pretty honest. He goes, honesty is just a tactic, man. Everything to him is a grift. Everything to him is an angle. And interestingly enough, the day after he posts a thing on there saying, hey, if I'm missing, then consider me one of these, like these guys. And he posted a bunch of real fucking people involved in this thing in Ukraine who have been really killed. He said, put my name up there with theirs. Well, for what? For doing what, actually? I told you the first time I heard about this guy, and the first interaction I'd had with this guy, but the first exposure I had to him, I didn't like his message. It was disingenuous. He's removed that video. In fact, he removed a lot of videos. At one point in time, this Coach Red Pill thing in 2018 had 259 videos. Today, it has 8. His Gonzalo Lira website, the YouTube channel, he started in 2017. He has 41 videos on it. And every single one of them is about Ukraine. He took everything off as if he knew if he went missing, people would, or if he all of a sudden got a whole lot of attention for something, people would be looking at his fucking past, about his videos, the things that he said. This has been up since 2017. The oldest video that still exists on it dates back to March. This one dates back to March 3rd, if it ever fucking loads. And it's locked up. How the hell did it lock up? Why did it lock up? Oh, here it is. What the fuck is this? Anyway, here it is, March 3rd. The oldest video here, this one was 6 months ago, saying leave while you still can. But it was February the 28th. And that's this video talking about Ukraine. Everything else was cleared out. Almost as if he knew he was going to suddenly be thrust into the fucking forefront of this issue. And he was. And he was thrust into it by hooking up with Jackson Hinkle and that whole Max Blumenthal group, that whole in-crowd, that whole network of controlled opposition, left-wing influencers, alt-left-wing influencers. Of course, you know Max Blumenthal. His father is Sidney Blumenthal. He's a hatchet man, the bag man for the Clintons, has been his whole fucking professional career. Max Blumenthal, who supported fucking the regime change in both Libya and fucking Syria when they were first being kicked off during the Obama days, when it was important. Of course, old Captain Hindsight has switched on that, done a 180 on that, but that's who he is. That's what he is. He is not a legitimate alt-left researcher. He cleaned up his channel. This says 4 years after 2017. Turns out he scrubbed this website in November of 2021. Early November of 2021. Did you know that in late October of 2021, because of his connections with the intelligence agencies, because we know what Alex Jones is, because his connections with the intelligence agency, he was saying there's going to be a major war kicking off somewhere between either a NATO country or a wannabe NATO country and either China or Russia, because they had to get this Great Reset thing off the ground. And remember when that member of the Rada, I think that's what it is, and their parliament, or their, I think it's parliament. Remember when she said, when this thing first kicked off, she was all excited about it because she said, this is the beginning of the New World Order. Well, Alex Jones was talking about that in late October of 2021 because he had connections, he had ties to the intelligence agencies. He scrubbed his shit a week or so after that. How did he know? What did he know? And what he scrubbed was some offensive fucking shit. But he hasn't scrubbed where is that? He hasn't scrubbed Coach Red Pill's store. He's still making money selling t-shirts. And this is what one of his t-shirts says. Every invention, technology, medicine, procedure, gadget, appliance, tool, computer, app, or labor-saving device that makes your life better was invented by a man. He's being held up as some kind of champion on the left. He was a staunch advocate for Augusto Pinochet's dictatorship in Chile. He hated Salvador Allende. Hated Salvador Allende. Let me show you a couple of clips here. And again, well, this is a video from Valzac, whoever the hell that is. October of 2021, titled The Rise and Fall of Coach Red Pill, Gonzalo Lira, From Internet Dad to Psycho. These are two of the videos, just two of the videos, that he removed conveniently before he became a hero of the left due to this Ukraine thing. One says, never date a single mother. And the other says, recognize and avoid women who are damaged goods. Now, I've talked about before his opinions that you don't want to date a woman in her 30s who's never been married and is childless because, according to Gonzalo Lira, she's just a gold digger looking to sink her claws into you and get pregnant and force you to marry her, and then she gets your house because you're such a prize. He made a living saying shit like this. He made a living saying shit like this. He also wrote a book. It's a horrible book. And this guy's going to read a line from it. Did you know, as soon as he wrote this book, he gets picked up by one of the biggest fucking talent agency in the world, one of the biggest talent agencies in the world. And they published it for him. The book is shit. And then Harvey Weinstein pays him $600,000 for the rights to this shit fucking book. Counterparts or one of the other ones. The other one. Pays him $600,000 for the movie rights to make a movie of this shit book. And of course no one ever makes it. He just gifted him $600,000 fucking dollars. Why? And this is when he was young. Why? He's just, for some reason, out of nowhere, for no apparent reason, keeps being gifted all of this fucking shit. And the question becomes, why? Have a listen to a little bit of this fucking read from this book he's talking about.
There are points when reading Coach's novel when I have to question myself whether I believe that he is simply a lazy writer or if he genuinely believes that this is clever poetics. For example, on page 14 of Coach's book, we have this lovely gem.
Now remember, someone paid one of the biggest talent agencies in the world, takes him on. He's never written anything else, published anything else before this, with this shit. And then he gets and they publish it. And then Harvey Weinstein, obviously connected, gives him $600,000 for the rights to make a movie out of this.
With that, Chris Holm dragged the axe blade across the concrete. The sound like an axe blade edge being dragged across concrete.
That. I told you in a previous video talking about this guy, he claims himself a novelist, an American novelist and filmmaker. My mother wrote 2 books, 2 novels. She's a better writer than that. And she tried to get a publishing house to publish it, or to pick it up or look at it, or a talent agency, or to, represent her. It's very, very difficult. This guy out of the blue, bam! First fucking thing, $600,000 for that shit. There's something odd about that. Here's something else I'd like, and another video from his, that is why he erased it. This is from somebody doing a video on Gonzalo Lira trailer. It's a documentary about Lira.
Did I call somebody a nigger or a chink or a...
Did you guys hear that?
Chink or a... Huh? Somebody a nigger or a chink or a... Did I call somebody a nigger or a chink or a...
That was on his YouTube channel. That's on his YouTube channel. Or was, before he conveniently scrubbed it all off before becoming a hero of the alt-left. The anti-fucking Nazi brigade. Here's a clip. This is someone named Crow. And Kraut did a video about this guy and decided he was going to fucking expose him for what he is. And he claimed that Kraut doxed him. Well, Kraut didn't dox him. Kraut just clearly showed he had his name in 3 different places on the fucking YouTube channel. 3 different places. And he had his business, and the business, if you Google it, had a business address. So, which of course, he didn't have an office, he lived there. And that was on fucking LinkedIn. So he didn't dox anybody. His name was already there. His information was right there on the fucking YouTube channel. So no one doxed him. But he was pissed off because he knew that he was going to be mentioning the Stephen Keen thing and his stealing of money from that. And he was, as his own partner, he had convinced this guy, a real economist, to do this fucking website. And he just milked him. He just used him for he used him up. And then when Keen said, okay, I'm done with this fucking shit, pull the damn thing down, he refused. Because he was getting money on a fucking monthly basis from people who were expecting to come there and check and see what Keen had done because they were paying for a subscription. He's a scumbag. He's a scumbag. And you say, well, Scott, the Daily Beast covered some of this shit. I don't give a shit. Yeah, the Daily Beast is bullshit. They're assholes. But here's reality, folks. Daily Beast didn't tell anybody where he was. He told them where he fucking was. He took a fucking video of him in the goddamn dining room of that hotel in Kiev. He was talking about saying, listen, this is where all the scumbag reporters stay at this 5-star hotel. And he's waving his camera around, and recording all these guys just trying to eat their goddamn breakfast, their continental breakfast. He was eating as well, so he was also staying there. But he was telling him where the fuck he was. In terms of this, I want you to listen to what this guy says. I want you to listen to what he says and then tell me whether you believe a fucking thing that comes out of this guy's mouth again.
A crowd is making moves to come back.
That's him talking about Kraut because he's pissed off because Kraut's going to do a video, which he says Kraut's going to dox me on a video channel that's got his name in 3 different locations on the fucking channel. And his business is listed on that channel, which you can easily just go and pull up LinkedIn for the business. By the way, another channel shows that business is a fucking fraud. It only exists on paper. In fact, I think it's the British government or one of them, whoever he had registered it, had said, if you don't send us information showing you're actually doing real business here, we're going to shut it down. We're going to pull your license. So even that's a fraud. He lists his blog on LinkedIn as a business. His stupid ass fucking blogspot.com blog as a business on LinkedIn. Have a look at this.
And, he said, didn't do nothing, blah, blah, blah. Tell Kraut that he should be smart and move on with his life into something else, something new, something fresh. But, he's not going to pay attention to what I have to say. Oh yeah, what's that all about? Now, the fact of the matter is that there are 3 women who can testify to his behavior insofar as sexual assault, and one of them is potentially kidnapping. That is serious shit.
Now, here he is talking to another fucking YouTuber. And I don't think he knows the guy's recording it, but it's not live. So he's just, he's not just fucking a fraud. He's stupid. It's just stupid. He's saying, this guy better not make a video about me, because there's 3 women who can testify that he raped them. And one of them, it could actually be kidnapping as well. Talking about Kraut. But listen.
Sexual assault and 1 kidnapping. This shit is out in the public. He is going to get into trouble if he keeps annoying people.
If he keeps talking about me.
Should just move on. But look, I think that you should tell Kraut that, there are a lot of people who would be happy to have him roasted some more out of their own amusement. Okay? Because, you know how this neck of the woods works. There are a lot of people who enjoy torturing others just for the lulls,
Okay, let's.
What is he referring to? Is he referring to people tormenting him online? What neck of the woods is he talking about? This is 2018. I believe he was in Ukraine. Now remember, Zelensky isn't in Ukraine, isn't in power there. He's still making stupid television show paid for by Kolomoisky, whatever his name is. But they're still bombing and killing Russian-speaking people in Donbass, in Lugansk and Donetsk. Azov likes torturing people. They do it for the lulls. Is he actually threatening, telling him, this other guy, this third party, he should warn Kraut off making this documentary about him because he knows Azov people, he knows Nazis who enjoy torturing and making people fucking hurt for the lulls? What is he doing? What is he saying with that? But that's not the worst part of this. Here comes the worst part of it.
Kind of like make something very clear here.
Sure.
There's no concrete evidence out there that there was.
Doesn't matter.
He says, the guy he's talking to says, let's make this thing perfectly clear. There's no concrete evidence that Kraut raped 3 women and kidnapped 1 of them. And our fucking hero, Scott Ritter's hero, Jackson Hinkle's hero. It doesn't matter. I can just make this up and ruin Kraut with a lie.
It doesn't matter.
No concrete evidence.
Yes, this fuckhead wanted to frame me for rape when he found out I might be making videos addressing all this from my side. He decided to try and keep me off YouTube by planning to frame me for rape. I want you to listen to this again.
There's no concrete evidence out there that there was.
Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
No concrete evidence.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter because he's red-pilled. There is nothing from his using the N-word, from his using the C-word, talking about Chinese people, from him, the way he talks about women, from his business dealings, from his fraudulent fucking LinkedIn page talking about businesses that he runs. And one business he has is just a shell corporation, which is getting ready to be shut down. Another business is his stupid fucking blogspot.com fucking website, which, by the way, you have to be invited to read. He's made that. He's put that behind a fucking wall so nobody can fucking see it. It's not even a paywall. You have to be invited to be able to see the crazy, whacked out, racist, misogynist, lying shit that this guy has done in the past. And we're supposed to be sitting here going, oh my goodness, please, Coach Red Pill, someone find Coach Red Pill. I don't think so. I don't think so. This is the Stephen Keen thing. It says, yes, despite being an economic skeptic, I'm frequently too trusting. So that got me stuck with a sleazebag like Gonzalo Lira as a partner. I'm not making this shit up. This is real. I know a lot of people out there who follow my work are going to now unsubscribe because I'm talking bad about Gonzalo Lira. Listen, history fucking matters. History matters. Who somebody is matters. Character matters. You might not like everything that I write. You might not like everything that I say. That's fine. I might rub people the wrong way. I might say fuck too many goddamn times. Fuck it. Don't give a fuck. But what I won't do is erase my own shit because all of a sudden I might become a little more popular in a crowd that is going to look at that and go, God damn. Yeah. Yeah. Especially when part of that is suggesting he would lie and frame somebody else for rape when that motherfucker was accused of rape in college. And he made up some bullshit trying to explain that away. But reality was, and he tried to fucking fight it, but they said, listen, you're taking 3 semesters off. This is Dartmouth. You're taking 3 semesters off. This is back in the 80s. This is long before the Me Too movement. Back in those days, you needed some fucking evidence. Or some lying bullshit little fucking freshman comes in there and tries to say he didn't do it. They could tell right away. Either way, he was forced to take a year off. That's 3 semesters. That's summer, spring, and fall semesters. And then he's going to make up stories of rape about somebody else. Listen, I don't know what the fuck happened to him. But I tell you the truth. The more I look into this, the more I read about it, the more it appears to me to be another Hillary Clinton running across the tarmac while they were shooting at her. He's going to show up. I'll tell you the truth. This guy is starting to look to me like an older, whiter, straighter, more racist Jesse Smollett. That's as clear as I can put it. Dude's starting to look like Jesse Smollett to me. And if he shows up with some fucking story, he's already done this. He's already said that he's evaded the fucking SBU twice. Did some fucking, some kind of CIA shit moves. Got away from the SBU twice. Not once, twice. According to him. He was running across the tarmac and they were shooting, the SBU was. It was him and Hillary Clinton. And they were just running across the tarmac. There's something wrong with this fucking story. There's something way wrong with this fucking story. I ain't buying any of it. I ain't buying none of it. Not buying none of it. My initial reaction to him was I felt uncomfortable. I didn't want to, and that was when he was still, he hadn't been missing. I didn't like him. Well, now I know why. Because I was red-pilled.
That the accusations are not true.
That's why they're doing this. That's really cool. I don't know how they do this fucking graphic, but that's really cool. They got his head on a cockroach body. That's what they call him. They call him Cockroach Pill. Cockroach Pill. I ain't buying it. It's all too convenient. Cleaning his shit up right before he takes off and goes to Ukraine to be the front man. Saying on fucking Friday, just in case they catch me, if I'm not posting something within 12 hours, that means they got me and you can add me to this list of real people who were killed. And he posts that and pins that and then poof, he's gone. I don't know, but I'll tell you right now, I have a hard time buying this shit, and the more I find out about him, the less I like him. He did do some good work. He did talk about some stuff. But then again, just like Max Blumenthal, he talked about shit that we all knew. We were all saying. He wasn't really, you know, at least that other guy is a man on the street scene, whatever his fucking name is. That dude who's overacting the whole fucking time, talking about himself, and he's always in the picture. At least he's on the street. He's showing you something that's happening right now, live on the street. If you can see past his big old fucking bulbous head and his overacting, if you can see past that, you know, at least that's where he's on the street. This dude, all he's doing is taking other people's fucking research and taking other people's fucking what they've said or what they saw and saying the same shit. He's not telling anybody jack shit. Nothing new anyway. Nothing new. Unless, of course, you want to think, you think, him telling everybody that everything ever invented in the history of mankind was done by a man. Hell with them women folk. Unless you think that's news. Anyway, and he scrubbed his content, but he didn't scrub this fucking, that merch page. Nope. He left that up so he could get that money while he was gone. Anyway, big tip of the hat to Aunt BB for digging up a whole bunch of this stuff. We've been talking about this. I talked to her about the scrubbing of the channel and how convenient that was. That's always a sign. That's always a clue. When someone scrubs up their channel, and then they're thrust again, just like he was when he was young and he wrote that stupid book. They're thrust to the forefront by a group, by a network, run by someone as shady as Max Blumenthal, son of Sidney Blumenthal. Then you have to ask yourself, is this really a coincidence? Or is this all part of a fucking scheme? Either a grift of his, or is he being used to some other purpose? We'll find out soon enough. But anyway, I thought I'd share that with you. Thank you very much for your time, as usual. And I will talk. Is that Bo? It's Bo. He's sniffing. He's snorting. He's sneezing. You guys haven't seen Bo in a while. Let me see if we can find a Bo video here. It's Bo. Where's Bo? Bo, come on in here. You haven't been on the video in a while. Is the floor dirty? Probably so. I don't give a shit. It's Bo. Ow, 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 ow. Get over here. Come in and say hi to the folks. Up here. I got you. Come here. He's gone. Come on, Bo. I'm trying to work the grift. The dog grift. It's a big grift. What's up? Ow, ow, ow. And he's gone. Never work with kids and animals. Come on, Bo. Say hi to the peeps. Get up here. He's gone. With your short little legs. That's right. You got short legs. I said, you got short little legs. I said it. My boy. This is my boy. It's Boo. They haven't seen you in a while, man. I'm the star of this show, you fuck. You're always making your entrance too late. He knows now when I'm starting to wrap up videos. It's when he gets up. Ow! Right in the nuts. Ow, ow, Jesus. Love is pain, Scott. Love is pain. All right, just in case you guys don't know, Bo is not real. He's a CGI dog. So somebody once said that to me. He's a CGI dog. He's not real. He's not real. He's a CGI dog. The only real dogs in Langley. That's where we're at. Right, Bo? Right, Bo? Right. If you guys don't hear from me in 12 hours, just make a list of old fat dudes who've stroked out, and I'll be on that list. Give me a kiss. Oh, you're so sweet. Okay, so okay, that's it. Yeah, that was in the mouth. That one was in the mouth. All right, thank you guys very much. You got a big dose of Bo, and I will see you guys next time. We'll see what happens. Come on now, man. Now you're just hogging the stage. Give the people what they want. Nomland. You know what movie that's from, Bo? Check Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. Yes, it is. Nomland. Such a great movie. Anyway, I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.